Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Hello everyone, hello AGFT, hello Helix, how are you all doing today lads? Right then lads, got some stuff to sort out. Oh, it would also be helpful if we actually downloaded the thumbnail, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just? If we do that, and then we do that, and we're gonna get there, right? We're gonna get there. It's gonna take Nana a long time, but Nana, yeah, my brain doesn't function properly. Right then, let's try and sort this out. We'll be good to go. Right, it's just not loaded the chat. Load the chat before I have a mental breakdown. Sorry, people. God's sake. Right then. Sorry if I look a bit lost. I am a bit lost. Don't worry. Please panic. Right, we'll be starting ever so soon. Just gotta sort some stuff out. Be with you all in just a second. How are you all doing today? How's everyone doing today? Give me some info, lads. How's everyone feeling? Just making social media posts and we should be ready to go. My brain, hello Brian, just about functioning. Just about. I'm lost, lads. Right, sorry. Hello, hardcore. Ignore Ninan's brain not working. I'm very tired today. So I do apologise for that, but I promise, still going to be a good stream. It's going to be a good race. I think it's going to be a good race. It's going to be an exciting one. Alpino leads the championship. Looking to extend that. Oh my god. Let's get social media done because that's important. I get told off if I don't do social media. Casey and Jerome have a go at me. Right then. You're almost ready to start. We just need... Alpha Pino's ready up. Alright. We'll be ready to go. It's been a bit of a delayed start, I do apologise. Oh, shattered. King Jarrell, Mr. Gosso. How are you today? I didn't say ready, but you know what, they're going at it, so props to them for being prepared. I was telling Alpha to ready up, but you know what, I'll take it. Alpino says 2 minutes. Very delayed start. Welcome to GTEL, we never start on time. Never have. We have never actually started on time, I'll point out. It's GTL, nothing's ever on time here. Nothing's ever perfect. This is the one thing you learn. Hello, Gosso. Enjoy your day off work. Crack open a beer. Have some fun, lad. Don't have too much fun though, Gosso. You are needed for tomorrow. Right, we are ready to go. Oh, if you're not ready, tough luck. Buck up, lad. So then, who's ready for a nice long race here at Maggiore? The first time we've been to a Gran Turismo design circuit. Round 4 of the GTEL Division 3 Championship, the first time we're at Maggiore, the second new track of the season, and the first time I've ever gone to a Gran Turismo built track. This is not a real circuit, this is an original Gran Turismo made circuit. Isn't that wonderful? You got Cuba, everyone leaving the pits? No, not everyone leaving the pits. I see. Is this fridge having a fit? Who's having a fit in the pit lane? Ah, Mr. Mount. It's just wonderful. It happens. Just happens. Someone never gets their connection right. Do apologise for the connection issues. We will be back. We will sort it soon. It's never on time here. Who was it? It was Mount. No, we won't change the game time because this is the game time we use. It's closest to midday. Hope GT7 probably will, because it's been in, the glitch has been in since release and they've never bothered fixing it. So you will get a bit more practice time. It's one of those things which is really annoying. Gran Turismo is a near perfect game in my opinion, other than that thing where they never really saw anything. Cavoc's gone for a walk. Come back, Cavoc. Please subscribe as well if you're new here. Much appreciated. Cavoc is back. That's wonderful. Cavoc got a podium as well. in the first week. I think he's going to be happy with that. Obviously, he'll be happy with that. Kavak, wonderful. He's a nice guy. I'll just wait in qualifying. Still not been cancelled. Oh my god. Leave, no, cancel entry. The people not know how to cancel entry. Please, it's not hard. You don't have to leave. You do not have to leave the lobby. Hello, BBR Huber. If we can go a whole stream without making Ninan sweat, it would be wonderful. If Ninan swears, you know what? I can't say that yet. Get us to 100 subs and we will. Get us to 100 subs and I can announce it. Love you. Love you too, Ollie. Love you too, my friend. I know you're watching. Got some fans here, Helix. How can you say my bad? Anyway, please, if you can, share the stream out. Get as many people subscribing. At 100 subs, we have a very special announcement. It's gonna be wonderful. So please shout. We're 14 subscribers away. Hang on, let's check. We're 13 subscribers away. So whoever subscribed, I love you. But please, share out the stream, share out the channel, get people subscribing, follow our social medias because some big announcements are going to be on there, hopefully within a week. Hopefully today we get that 100 subscriber mark, which would be amazing. It's taken us a season and a half near enough. Next week, after next round is in Nürburgring, I believe. Let's check the calendar whilst we've got some issues. We'll check the calendar. I don't know why I've just gone past everyone. Junie might be joining us as well. That will be nice. Junie joining us. How's that? Right. Next week, yes, Nürburgring. Then, sparring the wet night. Right. Excuse me for the blue screen a minute. Ignore my... Sorry for the blue screen, everyone. It will be fixed in due second. Right, so that should be okay. I do apologise. Let's go. Ready, ready. Right then. Attempt 2. If it doesn't work now, you're not allowed to race. If your internet can't buck up, you're gone. That's Shregu causing us some damage there. Do not like it. Anyway, round 4 of the GTEL Division 3 Championship then. Away we go. Out first is one of the night shift racing's Alfa Pino, followed by Shregu. Everyone out of the pits nicely? I do hope they are. Let's not have some problems today. Problems are not good because problems are problems for a reason and not solutions. Shregu indeed out testing the track, but he's also testing the durability of that BRT car. I don't want you to damage that, my friend. I'll be gutted if they did that. Up at the front then, Alpina, the championship leader, out first. Shregu, he's out second. He's yet to score some points, I believe. I'm sure Shregu's yet to score some points in GTEL. Cam West then, he's trying to close the gap down. He's had a poor few races. He won the first round at Bathurst. His past 2 races though, especially at Fuji, been quite poor. Mr. Mount Vanubi filling in for Try Drive. You've seen that nice, beautiful Porsche livery. Getting a bit of a tow by Cam West. Here's one of the things that makes Maggiore so famous. Big Banky Boy. This is one of the most requested tracks by the drivers. This is such an amazing track. That's Alpha Pino that's parked it. He's got some... No, he's looking not to get some damage. Just doing what Schrager did at the exit of the Banky Boy. Turn numbers are going to be extremely complicated. Exit's a fictional track there. Can't really run up a track map. But nonetheless, it's still a nice circuit. Junie, I see you have joined. Hello, my friend. Is your mic...
Hey, how's everything going over there?
Hello. Now the question is, are your mic settings working? Can you share your voice?
I think so, unless I...
You're also very quiet.
Let me work on some adjustments.
I've been told to have a look at this Helix livery. Oh my god, that is beautiful! Your original livery looked like a McLaren, which is not a bad thing, but that is beautiful. Whoever made that, give yourself a pat on the back. My favourite livery though, the BRTs, I can't really comment, I made that one. For night shift, can't say anything bad about that or Junie will kill me. I do actually know for Try Drives, I love Try Drives car. Junie, the Try Drive car is beautiful. The Can-Am cars as well, I do like their Div 1 cars. Beamer Gang, he's taking a trip to the exit road. Maximising the curb there at the exit of turn 5, I believe that is. Yes, turn 5. Now, Maggiore, what's your opinions on this circuit, Junie?
Is it Maggiore or Maggiore?
I'm not too sure, but all I know is your mic's terribly quiet.
Oh, jeez. Alright. I may have to switch out cables.
Do you know how to turn your mic volume up?
Maggiore is a wonderful circuit.
Junie, do you know how to turn your microphone volume up?
I did. I thought I did.
Right, if you go on to sounds and devices... No... Yeah, adjust microphone level should be in sounds and devices.
Alright, well, just a moment then.
When you hold down the PlayStation button. Anyway, up towards the line we come then. One more turn, or 2 turns to go. Cam West, he leads the train then.
Why?
It's a long 2-minute lap here at Maggiore. It's a long out lap. Round the final turn though, it's a tricky final turn to get right. Cam West then, the benchmark time, what's it going to be? Down towards the line, it's a long run, it's a 157. Mount, oh, Mr. Mount goes top with a 156.
2/1000 of a second between Mount and Cam West. Right there for third and first.
Ooh, Lewis, he goes fifth. Schrager's into the pits, I don't know why. BBR Huber, he goes fourth. Ollie. Not Marcel, it's Ollie in the car, he's filling in for his brother. Pigeon RL with 2 minutes 6.4, that's a very slow lap, that's going to put him to the back of the timed laps. Joseph, that's a brilliant lap, put him in second with a 157.3. Expect the lap times to head into the 153s in Div 1, I've heard some people are saying 151s. Cavert goes second with a 156.8, that's a brilliant lap there by the Helix driver. So, opinions on Maggiore?
Alright, so Maggiore, I absolutely adore this track in basically any layout that there is, especially that absolutely wild downhill into that ramped up high-speed corner there.
You just like it because there's a bank turn.
Oh, dude, you know me, I love me some bank tracks.
Yeah, when the American can appreciate a good road course. Havoc again, doing a bit of lawn mowing there at the exit of turn 5. Mr. Mount, though, getting a nice...
That's the thing with Maggiore. Maggiore is a really nice road course in and of its own, but it's one of those that also races fairly fast.
Mr. Mount, there's a lot of overtaking opportunities there.
Minute 50, but it doesn't really feel like that when you're...
No, it's a very quick lap.
You're on course.
BRT did their testing here, which I took part in. I clocked so many laps in the lap. It's one of those circuits that once you do it once, you just want to do it again and again because it just feels right. There's so many overtaking spots. Up to turn 1, heavy braking zone, down towards the line by Mr. Mount. He improves by a second on 155.6. That's going to be incredibly hard to beat. Cam West couldn't improve. Further back, Alpino can't improve. BBR Huber, brilliant lap. He's only 2 seconds off. He's 3 milliseconds off. Cam West, who's currently not having the best qualifying so far, down in 5th. But turn 1, turn 5, and turn 11. Turn 11's the Banky Boy. They're all brilliant overtaking spots. Also turn 14, which we'll come to soon. Elusive Fridge, he improves with a 159. That's still low. But yeah, both Helix is on the podium. Now, Helix, they need to get some points back here. I mean, Night Shift, you're going to know all about this, Mr. Owner. Night Shift currently dominating the team's championship.
I'm trying to be as impartial as possible here, but I can't help but to be proud.
If you want to learn how to be impartial, just look at me. I slate my own team.
that Nick and Cam have done so far at Night Shift, but Helix has been absolutely awesome in terms of being a competitor. K-Back and Joseph really know how to put the pressure on.
I mean, you're on 78 points, Helix are on 44. You've nearly got double what Helix points have. So Helix do really need a good good outing here today. I mean,
they do need a good outing, but the last couple of races, they've really found their pace. And,
they've always seemed to, I think they've had a podium each race, haven't they?
They really pushed Night Shift to the brink in terms of getting that 3rd podium spot. They would have gotten that 3rd podium spot. But, whoa, here we go. Lewis is spinning off of the curve here. He's currently in 8th place.
Let's have a replay of this one then. It's coming up the hill then. That's a really tricky spot. I mean, he catches the grass there through turn 9, and then as he comes through the exit of turn 10, he just catches the grass and completely spins him around. Now that section there, it's a middle speed corner. I mean, it's not quite flat, even than say in a Super Formula car, which is like basically an F2 car. It's got the downforce, it's got the speed. It's not flat through there. You can carry speed, but you have to lift off. It's around about, you take it in around about 4th, but it's so easy.
Over 9th place.
Instantly knocked down though by Elusive Fridge, 158.3. Mr. Mount though leading.
Also, let's give credit to Lewis there. He's holding on in 8th place. He's a late entry today. He's filling in by Easto as an independent.
Yes, one of the indies.
Whoa, Lewis is off the course again.
I cancelled entry by accident for me. Telling me he has to start from the back and we'll sort it. Why does someone always do this? Actually, no, we said last time if you do it, you can't race. Henry's unable to race then. Cavok across the line, he improves by 3/10. No one enough to close down the gap though to Mr. Mount. Joseph, he started another flyer, he'll be on his final lap. So is Cavok. Mr. Mount, he might be able to get one more lap out of this. It's going to be close, he's on the run up towards turn 14. Probably my favourite section of the course. You can gain so much time through where you need so much confidence. Mr. Mount though, down 8/10. Alpha Pino, the championship leader. Both Helix drivers outdoing. Well, tell him, Junior, can you tell Beamer Gang he can't race?
I'll do my best. This second.
Alpha Pino then, he's coming up through the middle sector, through turn 8, taking as much curb as possible. Through turn 10, let's ride on board with him. This is just a brilliant spot to ride on board with. He's up by 3 milliseconds. If he wants to get himself onto the second row of the grid, he's got to find a second-ish in that Night Shift Corvette. Takes as much curb as possible. He sees Joseph up ahead. Third will at least be good. It's not the longest of runs down towards turn 1. Bit laggy though, Alpha Pino gets himself a penalty and that'll be his lap over. Cam West, he's also going through the same section. BBR Huber, he's done. Cavok, Mr. Mount, where's Mr. Mount? He's well into his lap. But Cavok, I think who else is coming up to finish that lap then? Joseph, he's next. Is he improving? We don't know. Let's find out. Joseph does improve. Alfa Pino next then. He will also improve, but he can't close down the gap to Joseph, as Joseph's final lap was absolutely storming. Kavak though, across the line, he won't be improving. It's just Mr. Mount on track then. There's one more car on track actually. I can't quite see who it is. We'll see across the line.
Cars have been a little heavy today, but we'll see how that affects things into the race.
It's a bit of a joyride here for Mr. Mount. I don't think he's quite understood the GTEL strategy in the qualifying. He's not pitted yet. It'll also be interesting to see if he can actually understand he's a late fill-in. Let's see if he's been informed of the strategy. He may have taken pole by a second. He is going to have pole. He's the last car on track. But the question is...
I can tell him to pit if need be.
Don't tell him to pit.
Oh, there he goes. He's finished.
So then, Mr. Mount on pole. Kavak, best qualifying of his GTL career in second. He's going to be happy with that. Helix, for the first time this season, outdoing night shift in the qualifying. Alfa Pino and Cam West, 4th and 5th. BBRQ were good qualifying in 6th. Beamer Gang and Lewis, 7th and 8th. It's not the most exciting of qualifying sessions, I must say. We've seen better, but the racing, well, here's a confirmation of the results then. Beamer Gang will not be starting. So what happens when you back out? You need to be careful of what you're doing. On pole then. On his GTL debut, Mr. Mount, followed by Kavak, the second row of grid. Joseph S. with his best qualifying of the season, followed by Alpino. Cam West and BBRQ on row 3. Lewis AGL and then Elusive Fridge promoted into row 4. Let's ride on board then. With Kavak. 1, 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are racing then. It's a bit of a slow start there by Kavak, but Alfa Pino's got off to a fly, and Alfa Pino down in towards turn 1. He's an absolute flyer, and he's into the lead before the first turn. In towards turn 1, though, Mr. Mount's got a bit of contact. There's contact! Big crash at turn 1. Big crash! And Kavak has been flipped sideways. There's all sorts of chaos going on. Just around the outside of BBR Huber, as Cam West now finds himself in the lead. What happened there? Let's have a replay of that. Down towards the line then. If we have a look from Cam West's perspective, what happened here? Look, Alfa Pino gets a bronze start. Joseph also tanks it further back. Let's have a look. Can Lewis show us what happened further back as we move along? PX4 Gaming, there was just a bit of a move, contact at behind, and it was just a complete mess. Back to the racing though. Mr. Mount's got the lead back from Cam West. It's a bit of a brawl going on down towards turn 6. Down the inside, Alfa Pino giving his teammate a bit of a push as they run up towards, or they're about to run up towards the hill then through turn 9. Sorry, now turn 9. I'm getting corner names all wrong. I have to go off the top of my head. Cam West down the inside though. Alfa Pino getting a bit of a pull, and down the inside with the slipstream effect. That's free ride. Lewis AGL gets himself up to 4th, and Joseph, he's fallen back down to 5th. Shregu chasing his first points of BRT, Dolphin in 6th. It's been a chaotic first lap. Down the inside there goes Mr. Mount with the Banky boy. Good exit though, Alfa Pino's going to hold on to the lead. Cam West trying to find himself scrapping back into the lead after he got into the lead early on. How many times can one man say lead in one sentence?
Alright, so Shaker Man just skid away from the loose in the bridge. I'm going side by side for a little bit. For a second. Now we have a nice roll out here. 7, 8, 9, 10, all within about 10
down
seconds of each other as they approach the second here. Bridge rolling on 7. Looks like Kavak just passed.
Junie, up your audio. You're a quiet boy. Nice little slipstream train. All the way down towards turn 1. Then Alfa Pino leads after lap 1. Cam West, Mr. Mount down the inside of Cam West. Cam West trying to find the long way around the outside. Mr. Mount tries to find a gap in Alfa Pino, which really doesn't exist on the curb. Cam West tries to find back and help his teammate. Further back, this is allowing Lewis and Joseph and Shregu even to close up to the gap. So we can have a nice 6-way dogfight for the podium. Or at least in the first stint. Fridge and PX4 Gaming further back. Kavak after his first lap. Concussion, you could say. He's got himself some rear damage, and that's the thing, you have to be careful going into turn 1 like that. You don't want to risk it because of heavy damage that is on.
So, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I realized that I adjusted it, but I didn't enter it. I didn't confirm it, so that's what was happening there.
And Idiot of the Year goes to Junie. Very dirty start, I must say. People weren't very cautious. I think people are so eager to get track position.
St. Louis very nearly spins himself out there after a nice recovery drive. He's gained 4 spots in the first lap so far, but he's starting out 8.
Where did Shregu start? Because Shregu's had Shregu's also had a fly. He started low down the order as well. I think 9th. Cam West, not the best of exits from the Banky boy. Lewis is going to be really over the back of him. Joseph getting onto the gravel a bit there. We'll put the
three-way battle here, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Right, they're all within about 0.3 of a second of each other as they attempt to keep up some sort of slipstream here.
Up towards turn 14, though, a long-held right-hander, sorry. Alfa Pino forces Mr. Mount onto the curb, covers the inside line, going to have a bit of a switchback, though. Mr. Mount tries to find a gap. Alfa Pino didn't really leave him space. Mr. Mount's going to force his way through, rightly so, though, as the gap was there, but Alfa Pino sort of closed the door a bit cruelly. Down towards turn 1 then. Lewis takes a wide line. Cam West is going to go right onto him. Further back, though, Cam West is going to have to tuck into the slipstream. Mr. Mount into the lead. Tucked into the slipstream, and Alfa Pino here comes down towards turn 1.
He gets the slipstream behind Mr. Mount coming out of turn 1. Mount will take it for now into that left-hander turn, but Pino's looking for it again here on the right-hander.
Through turn 2.
The rest of that sector here. Huge battle for lead ongoing. They're about a 10th of a second past each other here.
As they run down towards turn 2, Alfa Pino, a bit of a send through turn 4. It's a very wide line though by Mr. Mount. Late on the brakes, cutting the grass there. Sorry, going onto the exit road, I might have to give the place black. That's a bit unfair. But nice, the more these two go along, you see, yeah, half second slowdown pennies are coming down towards turn 5. Alfa Pino down the inside. Mr. Mount's going to cover off nicely. Alfa Pino knows what the penalty is, just going to have to carefully take his time, get rid of a but this dogfight is allowing Cam West to get back into it, and Lewis and Joseph looking like they're going to get a bit frisky soon as well. It's a very nice broad GP livery, I must say, by Lewis, but the Helix guy is going to be all over the back of him. Shregu down in 6th as well.
Elusive Fridge and PDX Gaming here for 7th and 8th. As he takes his attempt to get them the S's, and he
what
is
a move
off.
there by PX4. Down towards Banky Boy then. 3/10 is the gap as they run down towards Banky Boy, down towards turn 11. Mr. Mount, what's his line going to be?
Cooper have a nice battle here, going 9 and 10, as well as we go into the right-hander coming up before the Banky Boy, as you've so to hear.
It's always been nicknamed Banky Boy. If you followed Super GT, you'll know Big Banky Boy.
Certainly. Say that was a nice line Hubert took there. K-Back went a little wide, trying to get that outside flow and just couldn't hold on to it. So Hubert's got a little bit of a distance away from that now. But here comes K-Back on the inside, and he's going to take that spot
deep into the turn.
Switchback.
Trying to find his way back up the order, back up the front row. Mr. Mount bridging a bit of a gap to Alfa Pino now. You're not going to be happy with that one, are you? Lewis has actually got himself into 4th. There's a bit of a train going on here. Cam West under pressure from Joseph has got himself 4/10 of a penalty. But that's going to have to be served. Further back by Shregu onto his...
attempting to join this train we have going at 3, 4, 5.
Mr. Mount recently put his foot down. 1.3 seconds. He's bridged to Alfa Pino in just a few sectors. So has Alfa Pino maybe made a mistake? Oh, what sort of pressure's going on? Tyre strategy. Let's have a look. Who's on what tyres? Softs for Mr. Mount, softs for Alfa Pino, softs for Lewis, softs for Cam, softs for Joseph, softs for Shregu, softs for PX4, softs for Huber, mediums for Fridge, and softs for Kabak, and what's Pigeon's on soft, so everyone bar Fridge is on soft, so everyone choosing soft, so at least no real variety in strategy. That's disappointing, but in the next stint to come, that will be interesting.
Really bumping and banging right here for 4th and 5th between Cam West and Joseph at support here as they're swapping.
The big battle between Night Shift and Helix.
That's our big ending race right there.
4 different teams in the top 6. We have Try Drive down the inside. Whoa, what a move by Cam! He gets onto the grass. Joseph is round. Joseph into the barrier. Oh no, let's have a replay of that then as we ride on board with... if it will let me, let's ride on board with Shregu. No, it won't. So then down towards turn 11, down towards the Banky Boy, Cam West gets all sorts of shaken. And then, oh, the replay, I do apologise, it's a bit poor, but Joseph into the barrier there.
As I was looking right at it when it happened, they were battling coming into the bank there. Cam went up, taking that outside lane. Joseph followed him up there, and they just kind of contacted right when Cam was on the curb. Cam goes into the sand, tries to rejoin the track, but he ends up finding Joseph instead. They both spin. Just one of those racing things. Just taking it pedal to the metal there for both of them.
Well, into the pits then comes Joseph. What tyres is he going to pick? Remember, we've got to use two different compounds, and after a brilliant qualifying by Helix, into the two different problems then for two different guys. Helix then getting themselves in problems. They are falling right down the order. Up at the front row, 2.5 seconds is the gap then. So, Kavik in 8th now. They've now got to try and salvage some points, so Helix really do have the pace here. But are we going to be able to maximise it onto the mediums then for Joseph?
Avoid that crash there. He's jumped up from 6th to 4th as a result of that, and he's closing in quick here on Lewis AGL. That 2.9 at the last check. Let's up our standings here. We had Mr. Mao here in first place. He's got a 3-second gap over El Pino in second place.
Really puts foot on 156.0 or 156 flat. Now, you think that's quick? Wait until Sunday when we see the Div 1 times. I guarantee someone's putting a 153 on the board. I know some people are very close to the 153s. Some people are in the 154s. It's going to be a good one.
Continuing on here, we have Stregu, 4th place. He holds a 2-second gap over Cam West in 5th. 6th place, BX4 Gaming HDR, 1 point setback at Cam West. 7th place, BDR Huber, 4.89 seconds ahead of Payback GR, who's currently sitting 8th. 9th, we have Loose Frig 5. He's got a 19-second gap over Pigeon RL in 10th, and then Joseph S4, who recently pitted, he is in 11th place, 49 seconds back. Gotta wonder if that early pit cycle is gonna be able to affect his result here.
Shogu the lone BRT driver. He no Phil to fill in, no Kongan to fill in, and almost certainly no Prada here today. But you know what, if we can secure this 4th, you will not hear a scream like it. We've had the worst start to the season. If this man Shregu can put us on the podium by some miracle, so far it's been an exciting first 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes in, and we've already had both Helixes crash out from 2nd and 3rd. I mean, just before that happened, I was saying we had 4 different teams in the top 6. There was a tri-drive, there was a tri-drive, a Helix, a BRT, and an Indy, and 2 night shifts.
Both night shifts were up there. We had a tri-drive up there. We got Helix up there. It was a hell of a championship. It's still a hell of a championship. By Stregu is in 4th place with Britannia. Here, he's quickly approaching.
Yo,
he's still trying to approach podium here.
Neef, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't come here yet. Just chatting. If you don't like the game, why are you watching the game? I don't know what you're complaining about. I mean, I've just been ignoring you, but there's just some guy in the chat, like, going, oh, the game's trash, yeah, I see where it's $9. If you don't like the game, why are you watching it and you're saying you can board? Your mum feeds me, like, yeah. Right, calm. There's an easy solution to this. Let me just...
Got a 4/10 on Mount.
There we go.
He should be able to service a 3/10 on Frigu, a 2/10 on Huber. Yeah, just updating penalties here. Whoa, Fridge goes way off coming into the front stretch here, but he's able to recover before hitting the barrier in 9th place. And that should be all for penalties here for now as we approach the 13th minute. Here, all the cars are gradually spaced itself after the chaos that was the first 10 minutes. Our closest gap is currently between Stregu and Camp West at 4th and 5th. They're 1.7 seconds apart here as they are approaching our big old bank turn.
So then, going through the middle sector, up towards turn 6. Probably
we
my
have an
favorite.
overtake. PX4 Gaming getting into 6th place over Huber as they're still battling for that position there.
Through, yes, they come through. Yes, it's round the outside. PX4, if he could have pulled off, that would have been a worldly of an overtake. Havoc gets himself back into the points. He'll be happy if he can stay there. BBR Huber up towards the Banky Boy. Tugged into Slipstream and PX4 Gaming. Porsche versus the Nissan.
Yeah, so let's see what line PX4 Gaming takes here, because there's a couple you can take on that banking here. He's going to take the conventional inside-outside. That's fine. Right there, so you want to keep that slipstream going into the next corner.
The Banky Boy is a weird turn. For a hairpin, braking at the 50-meter board does not feel normal. But you can. The banking of turn, it's that good, you can do that sort of line. But 7 seconds at the front then for Mr. Mount, 12 for Pino. Mr. Mount's now really putting his foot down as in the first 15 minutes we've had a bit of chaos and now starting to calm down a bit. Lewis in 30. This is our non-streamed MX-5 Cup champion in the Mazda Sprint Series. He was the champion, and I don't know if you know this, but I brought a trophy home for the BRT boys at round 3, so give me a pat on the back. Shregu, hope you can bring us a trophy home, buddy. He missed last week. If any of you keen eyes didn't see Shregu here last week.
Huber is spun off in sector 3, but he seemed to recover.
So the replay of this.
Still in 7th place, holding a gap over KVAC, although that gap has narrowed from 8 seconds to 4.
No, it's down at turn 1. Down at turn 1, catches the curb, Ghost. And PX4 Gaming hits him in the back. Yeah, down and towards turn 2, Huber Ghost, and then PX4, as Huber on Ghost, because he was serving his penalty, and that's...
Yep, PX4 is giving the position back, it looks like.
Yeah, that's really gentlemanlike. Well done, PX4. Yeah, that's not really PX4's fault! Oh, keep your eye on the track. This is the problem with ghosting in Gran Turismo.
Yeah, that was really squirrely there. Glad that Huber was able to take that back without another incident.
Yeah, Huber's penalty, he was a bit slow on the exit of turn 1, got a bit of his penalty off, and when he unghosted, PX4 was right on the back of him and just hit him.
But what's happened as a result of that spin that Huber had in the incident with PX4 Gaming is now we have a nice train going from 6th all the way back to 9th. That gap has closed to nothing after it was previously about 3 seconds back per spot.
This is really going to be helpful as well, because this is the points paying positions as Fridge takes a bit of a nice grass cutting route at turn 13 as he runs up towards turn 14, probably one of my favourite corners. Doing the BRT pre-season testing here at Maggiore, turn 14 was definitely the corner I most improved on from my first lap to my final lap. It was definitely the turn I felt I had found the most time in from my first lap, because it's such a tricky turn to get right. As Fridge carrying a lot of speed, and into the pits then goes Cavok. He going for the on-cut, and he's the first to really break in the net sort of pit window. Let's see, what is he going to do then? Let's see the
gap narrowing down between Shregu and Cam West here. That's gone down from about 1.5 to 1.2 as they get into about halfway through sector 1. That's for 5th and 4th.
Going to be a bit of a battle going on here, like in the commentary booth. Night Shift versus BRT, Juni versus Ninan. But Cavok into the pit span.
Taking the extremely wide line there.
Out we go then, Cavok on the mediums. He has used both sets of compounds already in his first stint, and he will be out then, going for a bit of a longer stint, I can predict.
Alright, the train between 6 and 9 is starting to string out now that pitting is starting to become a thing. Huber still in 6th there, 1.3 second gap over BX4, who has now increased his lead by about 2 seconds over Fridge in 8th, and then 22 seconds back to Joseph in 9th.
So then a second off Shregu now. Cam West getting that Corvette into the slipstream ranges. Corvette versus Corvette. Who can drive the best? Cam West. Now speaking to Cam West, he's someone when Cam isn't doing well, it really seems to beat him up. So if Cam's really not on a podium position, that could probably really affect him mentally. And that can affect his performance. And that might be why someone like Shregu, who's seemingly having a brilliant race and is let's not say that Cam's having a bad race, but Shregu, to say he started outside the points in qualifying, he's now got himself into 4th. He's doing well.
And Shregu is going to pit here. Cam will assume 4th place as a result of that.
That might be an undercut then. He also red lighted it, but a nice undercut here. If you're red lighting it at that sort of stage, that might worry an early final stop just before the end.
By Huber, PX4 Gaming, and Elusive Bridge will all cross the pit lane exit before Shregu can get out. So Shregu will likely pop out in either 8th or 9th, depending on. No, he'll pop out 8th.
This is important because where Joseph comes out, he's going to have a nice lead over Joseph. But that shows Joseph's actually gained a lot of time as Shregu goes on to the soft, so he's going to be having a late medium stint for the Swiss driver. So he's going to have a nice solid outlap here and just close the time back onto Cam West, have a nice undercut. He's going to have to get his head down, but he's also going to have to focus on fuel saving a bit, because when you're a minute and a half early, that's a minute and a half fuel for. It's a bit weird.
I say Mount has picked up Friday drive. Going out to town, picking up the growth trees here, 13 seconds ahead in 2nd place. Alpinio is 3 seconds out of our Eton Lewis AGL 5. That's your current podium race.
Mr. Mount good on the fuel saving at the 20-minute mark. Into the pits then, the race leader into the pits. Now, Alfa Pino, I can predict the championship leader. Yes, into the pits anyway. His front tyres, the Corvette, really struggling this round anyway, it seems. Front tyres and fuel. Alfa Pino hits the barrier, the lag there. He's going to lose a lot more time in the pits as well as Lewis becomes the new race leader, but he's going to lose a lot of time if you look at his fuel and with Cam West as well.
As well as happens here with Cam as he's approaching the entry here.
Out we come then.
All pitting right now.
Mount, he's out then. This is where it all gets spicy and juicy. Who's going to come out where? Frigid continues. Here's one we need to look out for though. Schrager, as he comes around the final turn, how's this undercut work for him? All the Corvette drivers really low on fuel. Fuel's not really looking good for them. And out, where is it?
Interesting strategy. Cam has switched over to mediums.
Cam West, he's out and he's going to be a second off the back of Shregu then. Now let's try and have a look at
PDX4 is also switched over to mediums.
So Alfa Pino.
Oh, that was a terrible entry coming out there for PX4 Gaming on his outlap there. Lost a spot as a result of that. He otherwise would have been in front of K-Back. In 9th place, PDX will come out in 10th on his outlap here. And look who's inherited the lead. It's Lewis EGL 5-6 as a result of the pits. Not sure if he's coming in this lap, but hell of a drive so far for him here.
He's doing a good job filling in for that car. So, 7 drivers already. Joseph Cabot, Mr. Mount, Alfa Pino, Cam West, BBR Hubert, and PX4 Gaming HD all taken 2 different sets of tyres, 2 different compounds. So, that is brilliant by him. Shregu. He's in. No, Shregu still holds net 4th. And the undercut didn't really do much between himself and Shregu and Cam, so the undercut probably covered him off.
Lewis went way wide coming into the front stretch there, nearly hit the barrier. Not sure if that was an indication of him missing the pits or if that was intentional to try and keep that first place position. But it was nearly disaster.
I can't quite understand what Lewis is going for his strategy. If he's trying to burn out the fuel as long as possible, as Fridge is into the pits now, as he's on the medium, so he'll most likely take 2 different sets of softs now. But one thing I don't get, why, unless Lewis is going for a 1-stop, he's going to find himself getting swallowed up by Mount, and the way his tyres are going, his tyres aren't looking that good. And I don't think if he's going for a 1-stop, he'll have enough fuel. Tell Junior I said bless you. That pun works well in so many names. It's a twist on a name and it's the female Junie, so it's like Smurfette.
No, sure, let her know. But yeah, Lewis could very well be going for a one-stop here. It's fairly possible if you use right compounds. It's all about the conservation of what you currently have when you're doing a one-stop.
So there's quite a few spots where
the fastest laps, but rather you're going for the more consistent laps.
Well, fastest lap currently belongs to Mr. Mount, so he is looking at the extra points. He's already got 2 points for qualifying, for taking it on pole, so his first GTL points. He's going to be happy with that.
Alright, we have Lewis coming around to the final turn. We'll see if he...
Through turn 15, 16, up towards turn 17, but the final turn...
where you would start trying to strategize for a pit.
He's going on, he's going to... No, he's into the pit, so what's he really planning then? So what's the point in that? Because then if he wants to one-stop, he's going to be finding himself in this awkward window of about 5 minutes to go, where he will have to pit again.
Well, it's like I said before, it's a game of conservation to try to do one stop. So it might not be about setting the fastest lap or putting the gas to the metal. You know, you might be drifting in that bank turn. Oh, he's on the mediums. And he's gone up to...
Oh no!
I didn't see how much gas he put in there.
I've seen this before, and we all have before. Lewis AGL, you cheeky sod! Can we get some flashbacks to Division 1 Le Mans and just remember what Ruben did? I think we're seeing Lewis pull off one of them. Because remember, this is Lewis's GTL debut. He's racing the Masters, but he's never actually raced in a endurance series.
Alright, so for the new people in the audience here, for someone who perhaps didn't see that content, do you want to go through what the thing in that strategy is?
I will go through this strategy. It shocked me as much as it shocked Hayden, as much as it shocked Brian. KM O'Brien, looking like KM O'Brien's got pace faster than Ruben. We thought it was weird, right? We thought then Ruben was going for a one-stop, pits at 30 minutes, put us on some sauce, right?
Oh, we got, sorry to interrupt you, we got a nice battle going here for 4th and 5th. Shregu holding off Cam West and S's down to about 0.2 of a second there. They're still on each other's slipstream. And Joseph S. Ford has managed to get the 6th place after being around in 11th for most of the race after an early incident here. As they make a turn, followed by the downhill into the left-hander here.
Through turn 12.
Still about 5 tenths there.
Oh, Junie and Cam West, they follow in, and there's Cam got himself some damage for us all. No, Cam's good one for damage, but Shregu, is Shregu throwing away some points here now? As that's Joseph as well in the background, taking in a bit of an adventure. And well, Cam West taking a massive corner cut there on Shregu. He's going to try and send it down in towards turn 17 into the final turn. He's got himself half-second penalty, but look at the straight line speed difference here.
Shregu also took that corner there. They're following each other on that one. That's just racing, baby.
Oh,
yeah. As they come through the front stretch here, Joseph wants to have a look here at Cam West as you go into that left-hander turn. Oh, nearly contact.
Down towards turn 2. This is incredibly complicated because Shregu's got the damage as well. Shregu's straight line speed is going to be severely impacted and is turning it down towards turn 3. Cam West sends it down towards turn 4 though. Shregu's going to have the inside line. And the battle up to Corvettes. Cam West trying to get a switch back. Here comes Joseph. Joseph into the barrier again for the second time this race, and Halix are going to have a bit of a nightmare with their bodywork job. Their paint guy's going to be leaving this properly annoyed.
Oh,
that's Shregu off, and Shregu is off. Shregu's off.
Cam West will overtake for 4th.
Did Joseph pick up some damage again, and what is going on here? This is insane. It's Turkey all over again. Everyone, it's on ice. And I'm not talking about your rapper's favourite bling bling. This is the ice of the rink. Welcome to Lago Maggiore.
Whee!
Yes, Junie. Someone weed on the turns. Now, it's, yeah, some Italian guy, some guy in the Sicilian mountains came and peed all over the place. I can't say the word I want to say because I'm trying to go without swearing. But Junie...
Look, man, when it comes to racing, sometimes there are no other terms than wee!
Mate, so someone
you know?
someone went potty on the track. We've got a red flag here, so...
Okay, sorry to interrupt again. We have a battle here for 7th and 8th. I don't remember if this is a points race here. We have Huber and K-Vac fighting here for 7th and 8th. K-Vac got in 10th of a second here, trying to get that slipstream as they come into
down towards the final turn, about to Porsche, down in towards turn 17, and Cavac's going to find a nice move. Down inside, Cavac really sends it. Well done, Cavac, that was beautiful. Both Helix cars in the points as well.
And now Lucid Fridge is going to have a look here from PX4 Gaming here on the front stretch as we approach that hard left-hander into the right. The Jaguar holding it on.
Sorry to interrupt you, though. Down in towards turn 4. The battle for 7th rages on. The battle for the minor points paying positions. Cavac trying to defend from BBR Cuba. Can't quite find a gap. Then down towards turn 5. This is a Bruno overtaking spot. Battle of the Porsche is going to... This may all depend on the setup. Talked into the slipstream and BBR Cuba is trying to find a way through. Round the outside. BBR Cuba. No, you don't. No, you don't. Cavac tries to squeeze him as wide as possible. BBR Cuba tries to get a nice exit, but through the second part of the turn. The inside line, Cavac will be able to pull ahead and up towards turn 6 then. We've seen some beautiful moves here already through this left section before they reach the uphill climb towards Banky Boy. So they come through turn 9 and 10 up towards turn 11.
Hubert still wants a good look here at K-Vac 7 and 8 as they're starting to approach that banked hairpin turn here, going down the downhill sector. We'll see what line Hubert tries to take to get that time back. Oh, he's going to try to take it on the inside. Just doesn't quite have it there as K-Vac went outside to in on that line.
Standard racing line, what you expect. Standard stuff from a standard guy. Cavac. Well, he's going to be good. He started second. I mean, he's hoping for a podium, but if he can get
here
points...
Here we go. Hubert trying to get that slipstream here on the straight going into a turn here. He might have another opportunity or two here as we approach the front stretch. The front stretches seem to be really popular for setting up passes thus far. So I think that's what Hubert's going for here in this battle. Depending
on your setup, depending on your car, if you get a really good X out of the final turns of the way it's set up, if you can carry speed through that, which is really tricky to do, but if you can take the risk, carry the speed, risk is turned into a reward. But up into 5th, I've just noticed Schrager and Joseph going at it, but down towards turn 1, Cavac holds off from Huber, but Schrager under immense pressure from Joseph as he tries to hold on for his final point, or is his first points, I believe of his GTEL career. Did he get points in Division 2? Joseph wide off.
Wide coming off that turn, but manages to save it.
That might be a penalty. As the B&R Helix car up in towards turn 5 then. Nice defending seals there by Schrager, comes off the inside line nicely as they run up the hill then.
It seems Joseph has been spared from the track limits there, because it looked like he was just going a little too fast.
Computer says no, apparently.
Didn't get the brakes on proper enough. Whoa, that was a nice trail brake.
Oh, and Joseph, he's going to go wide again, and Joseph into the barrier for the 3rd time this race. And can we have a look at that again? What happened here?
Joseph for some really aggressive
turn
trail
6,
there,
turn.
He was getting away with it. He was getting away with that speed and the essence
Joseph
there,
just clips Schrager, and that's all racing instant. I must say, as he comes into the side of him, he couldn't really do much there. Oh, Helix are having a wonderful day today, and Joseph out of the points and this is getting 3rd to 10th, and the only guy behind you is a lap down.
Alright, so let's update the positions here.
We're at the halfway stage.
Yep, yeah. Mr. Mount, first place. He holds an 18-second lead over Lewis AGL, the independent fill-in, in 2nd place. He holds an 8-second gap over Alpinio in 3rd with the current podium. 4th place is Pinio's night shift teammate Cam West, 7 seconds back. 5th place is Schrager, the Swiss, for Britannia Racing, and he's holding a train. with 6 and 7. That's K-Back and BBR Huber as we get front stretch here.
Please hold on, Shregu. We need to have a bit of something tonight.
Alright, Aloof Fridge, 8th place. He built a 6-second gap over X4 Gaming HDR in 9th, and that's a second gap over Joseph. Just recently had that spin. And then in 11th place is Spin RL, currently lapped down and in the process of being blue flag. Our fastest lap so far is Mr. Mount 19, our new man for Tri-Drive Motorsport at a 1:56.075.
Shregu down, Shregu's down into 7th. What's happened with him? Let's find out on a replay. Shregu cuts it wide on the exit of turn 4 and he just gets drag raced all the way down 5th to 7th in one straight as the Porsche just swamped that Corvette and he has no real response to it.
Whoa! He's going way wide out there. Something must have happened to him. He might have picked up some kind of damage.
Shregu's got some damage on his car and he's finding himself 3 seconds off the back of Fridge. And now Shregu finds himself risking falling out of the points, especially with the pace that Joseph's also having.
Huber's trying to go for that deep inside line coming off the bank turn. That's been really popular for attempted overtakes. Doesn't quite, but he does gain some time. That gap 4/10 of a second as they enter those straight passes coming out of that bank turn.
Well, I mean, Shregu, remember Shregu picked up the damage and Shregu's also got to go onto a medium stint as well. He's really not making the most of everyone else being on the slower compound of tyre ahead of him. As he's yet to use both sets of tyres, and remember, if you don't use both sets of tyres, it's a disqualification. But whilst you're at it, please share out the stream, share out the channel. Please help us reach our goal of getting to 100 subs. We don't just want to get to 100 subs for a reason. There is something in store for them.
Bayback's a little loose coming out of that first turn there. Gives Huber a little window. Doesn't quite complete the overtake, but Huber can try and take it here in the next set of turns. That gap's down to 0.3 of a second.
I mean,
sorry to interrupt there.
Well, you're doing your job, Junes. You're doing your job. But please, 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 I do incredibly urge you to share the stream out. Share the channel out. We don't just want to get to 100 subs for the sake of getting 100 subs. We do have a special event planned. Please don't spoil it, Junior, because I know you know what the event is. Let's just say,
don't worry.
This event. Oh, I've got to do some quick mental math in my head here. 56 spots. There's 56 drivable spots. And I really do hope it's a success.
Big goal to do, to say the least.
The event will be absolutely amazing, and we're not announcing it until we get to 100 subs, but please, 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 try and get us to 100 subs, because when you find out what the special event is, when you find out what the special event is, you're going to realise why we won.
Oh boy. Joseph Rich nearly setting himself for a hot dog and an ice cold Pepsi coming off. Boy, Turk took that extreme inside line and touched the outside curve. Managed to shake it off though, and is still holding that gap on Shregu. That's the battle for 7th and 8th.
Into the pits then Lewis after he burnt out his half a tank.
That was a hell of a gamble there by Lewis. His strategy. We'll see if we can still recoup some points before the end of the night here.
No, we're not going to get onwards class racing. Last time we did that, the event came into a league, Cursewood. And because I'm trying not to swear...
We're trying to keep PG out here.
We cannot mention... We cannot mention him. If anyone says it in chat, you will be banned. But yes, 56 spots. I have just done the math. It's, I mean,
oh, here we go. 4th and 5th place.
When I say,
get back to Huber, and they're coming in on Cam West, who's in 3rd place here. Or trying to. Oh no, that's just lap traffic. That's Pigeon trying to get out of the way here.
Hello, my name is Junie, and I don't understand the race we're in.
Sorry, I was looking at the I was looking at the standings for a second there. I saw a pretty car. I was like, whoa!
But please, 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 get us to 100 subs. Don't just get to 100 subs for the sake of it. It is a worthwhile event, isn't it?
On the bank's turn. Elusive Fridge will successfully take forward.
Elusive Fridge has gone from 8th to where?
Oh, he got a spin. VBR Huber was trying to get a piece of that action for 4, 5, and 6 and just sent himself off that outside lane on the bank turn.
Almost catches Pigeon as well. Into the pits for Mr. Mount. In this lap is the call for Shregu then, as the net second place man Lewis is catching up to him. But you know what the event is, Junie. When I say it is the event is going to be so worth it with what we've planned.
Friends, we've been planning this probably close to about at least 2 or 3 weeks since the end of the second season.
Shregu continues on the red light. What?
So we're really hoping to get it
2
out
weeks.
there.
It's something we've wanted to do since we actually started the league. Shregu is doing a bit of drifting, but yes, 56 spots in this event.
Joseph S. Ford back in the pits. He was on 0 gas. That's in position 8.
But please share out to your friends, share it to your mum, your sister, tell everyone to subscribe. We can't announce it until we're at 100 subs, and I promise you, when I say it's going to be a wonderful day, a wonderful event, a worthwhile. It's gonna be for good, isn't it?
You'll want to get the coffee out for that one. I'll just say that.
You honestly, you'll all love it, right?
Certainly.
Do we give a bit of a teaser?
I would think the coffee comment is enough of a tease there.
Wow. Maybe. Is it? It's in GT Sport. We are working on something. We're working our asses off over the clock, trying to rig the game. No. No, we are.
Let's see. Sorry,
we're putting our heads together
on something else here.
Back to the race.
Yeah, there's a 8th, 9th, and 10th all pitted, so they're on their new strategies there. You know, those are non-points, but at that point, it's a race for pride. Trying to get as many spots as possible. Alpinio's in the pits.
Who's yet to actually take 2 different sets of tyres? I've just realised.
I think this is where they're going to take their different paths. Both of the shift cars are coming in now.
Fridge into the pit. So Shregu, Fridge. Hang on, let's have a look.
So 3rd, 4th, and 5th all pitting here at the moment.
Let's load up my trusty list, mate. Let's load up my trusty list.
Shregu has also come in from the 3rd spot.
Pigeon.
PTX Gaming has come in as well. So that's 4th through 7th all coming in at once. Does pop back out in 3rd place. Lewis will re-inherit 2nd place.
Shregu's going to take a lot of time in the pits here. He's got no fuel in his car at all.
Has a off-kilter strategy here, to say the least, and it seems to be working out for him so far.
So then, Shregu onto the mediums. He comes out in 8th as that's Joseph going deeper again. He's really not enjoying himself out here.
I say Maggiore, it's like I was saying earlier, it's a true road course in that it's long, it has a lot of corners, so you have to remember in terms of how do you take this one versus how do you take this other one. But it's also really fast. There's a lot of straights coming through here that go into hard braking zones, especially at that banked hairpin there. And then you have your S's, which are kind of a medium curve there. So it's a really demanding course, especially given a lot of the straights also have elevation changes within them. So if you're off on one or two corners 1 or 2 times, that'll really come back and affect your race, and we've definitely seen that with a handful of drivers here today.
Well, everyone's done their strategy.
So now
and
it's just a matter of trying to cross the finish line.
If you can see, if you can spot what might be hurting my feelings, Junie, you'll win a hug.
Shregu is 2 seconds ahead of...
Shregu's not in the points anymore.
Whoa.
We was in 4th! God damn it.
Yeah, Shregu is a little loosey-goosey coming out on turns.
It's getting my hopes. It's getting my hopes up like Barcelona did last night at against Granada. I
the
almost
left rear
swore.
kind of tire barrier a little bit there, but nothing too bad in the way.
If Joseph has another Joseph moment, which he's had all race, there's points on the board.
Oh, you got 5th and 6th in a nice little battle here. K-Back quickly coming in on elusive Fridge.
Can we quickly just talk about, right, what the hell has Fridge done? Fridge went from 8th to 4th in 1 turn, and I'm confused. I didn't notice it. I was on my phone. I was putting the tyres in and stuff.
I'd say elusive Fridge has been running a very interesting race here. I think they were running on a bit of a different strategy. Maybe got affected early by some of the things that were happening, but they managed to weasel their way in. I think they realized that they needed to pit at the same time that everybody around them was pitting, so that allowed them to be able to keep their position, even though they were previously working on a 50. And I think that's what's managed to get them up here to 5th. But speaking of the 5th, here comes K-Vac as they go into the bank turn.
Down towards the bank turn, then Fridge takes a lot of his penalty, and that's really makes that really easy for him.
Well, I mean, that is a great place to take it, because on a bank turn like that, there's one of 2 ways to approach it. You take the outside lane and kind of coast through, and that slows you down automatically because you're not pressing onto that gas, because pressing onto the gas makes... Whereas if you're pressing on the brake, you can take into that inside lane and cut back up on the outside, yourself up for that other turn. It looks like Fridge decided there, this is the perfect place to serve the penalty, because I can just slow down here and then get back onto the gas. So that's a nice little strategy to get that half-skid penalty off before the end of the race.
But it does put him out of the slipstream range, right? Maybe getting all of it out was a bit of a...
As a 6th place is still points paying, and that's what you're trying to go for.
It's points, but it's not as many points as he would have liked. It's a few less points. Doesn't seem like the end of the world. It's 2 less points, but at the end of the day, that could be the difference between a few places. I don't know. But everyone in the chat.
But also, here's the thing. I think Huber right now in 7th place is about 12 points back. If Fridge can a little bit of that pressure on K-Back, and K-Back makes a mistake, 5th place is right back there.
PX4 down with the inside of Shregu at turn 2 makes it look way too easy, and Shregu, his race falling from bad to worse, and so does my spirits.
Alright, Alpha Pino and Lewis AGL, that gap is 1.9 seconds to approach the bank turn here. That's the battle for 2nd and 3rd place.
One mistake, and that could be costly. Everyone in chat though, whilst we have a bit of a break, everyone's trying to guess what the event now. There's been a few things which have been mentioned which are correct. There's a few things. I'm not going to say what things are correct, but a few things that people have said are correct. Not going to give any specific details on what.
We'll leave that for you to decide.
There's one thing that people hasn't actually gone for, but I'm not, even if you say, I'm not going to tell you you've done it. I don't say, oh yes, it's this. I'll say, it's someone's got it close to something along those lines. I'll just have someone's given a few bits of the puzzle have been pieced together, but you're not hearing it until we get to 100 subs.
What was I saying earlier about the 7th, 8th here? Huber is 6 tenths up on this. They're in a little bit of a battle. Right there. I wonder what happened there over.
I do not put too much pressure on my drivers.
Apologizing to PX4 Gaming there for an incident.
I don't have a go of them. I don't know what you mean.
Alright, so 7th and 8th, they're having a battle, is what I would say. I got to get my positions for a second.
Round the outside, Joseph tries to hold it round. That's a brilliant move there by the German.
That was a great move by Joseph. Now Joseph's to be in this race, but it's kind of the way that he drives. I've noticed so far here, he's really aggressive when it comes to that trail, and that's really worked for him a lot of the time here in some of these turns, because Maggiore is a very friendly track for trying to trail break and things of that nature. But it's also caught him a couple times, which is why he's in position in the first place. It's been a great recovery drive for him so far to get back up to 8th and 7th and flirting with the points after being as far back as 11th, 50 seconds back after having to pit early.
I'll point out, I don't know what you mean by too much pressure. I literally say, I don't care if we get podium, I don't care what, just 1 point. I say, I don't set the bar too high. I think, wouldn't you say that the goal of getting a point is good? I don't.
I say points is points. Ultimately, as a driver,
we're taking baby steps as PBR Huber sends Joseph into his favourite place. His 4th date with Barry R, and they are getting really close to second base here. But
to continue on what I was saying, like as a driver, unless you're first place, you always want to be a place higher than you finished. You know that's just the drive of a driver, is that they want to be in the spot in front of them if they're not first, because they want to be better than the person that they finished behind. So like driving 4 points is that kind of thing where like I could have 0 points or I could have 1 point. I'd rather have the 1 point.
The goal with my team, we're trying to get baby steps in, right? We know it's been a bit of a struggle start, and when we get points, when Kongan got his first points, we had a bit of a party. I mean, just 1 point it's all we want, as long as we can get points. I think we had the joke at Bathurst when they cost me so much money in engine damage because they kept crashing, but we made a joke out of it and moved on. But Helix.
Whoa, this battle for 7th and 8th is wild. They're absolutely sending it on each other here in the gases. PBR either really gets kind of loose there coming out. They're being really aggressive coming to these S's here to approach a checkpoint prior to that banked boy right there. They are serving all over the track. This is humongous.
10 minutes to go and the action does not stop. Welcome to GTEL. Down the inside goes BBR. Huber goes very deep, but he's going to be able to hold on to nicely in the hole. Joseph giving him a taste of his own medicine.
That's just racing. That's short track racing. Right there. Short track racing on a road course. Yeehaw.
Says the American.
Alright, 10 minutes to go. Let's update these standings. First place, Mr. Mount, 19, 45 seconds up. On Alpha Pinio in second place. Second and third are a wild battle here. 3/10. That's Lewis AGL in third place, and that's your podium. Fourth place, Cam West, 2 seconds ahead of K-Back. In fifth place, who's a second ahead of Elusive Bridge in sixth. Then the 16-second gap, Joseph S. Ford in seventh, who's currently in the battle with BBR Huber for eighth place. 12 seconds back of 8th, PX4 Gaming HDR in 9th.
Don't even do 10.
After getting caught up in a few other people's incidents. Shregu in 10th
Don't do
place.
10. Don't do
7
10.
seconds back.
Junior, you're fired. Junior, you're fired.
And then Pigeon RL in 11th place.
Junior, you're fired.
357 behind the leader.
Junior, you're fired.
Fastest lap so far is Mr. Mount 19.
Junior, you're fired.
Oh,
that's a big one. The race leader DNF'd. And now the battle for the lead is actually Alpha Pino versus Lewis AGL. We've only just realised down towards the banky boy.
That is a huge
kick in the bollocks. 45-second lead. Down to 2/10 as Alpha Pino. Lewis net leaders that he's got a 7/10 lead. And now Lewis could be looking at his first race win on his endurance debut, but Alpha Pino is going to be holding on for his third race win in a row. To come to the corner around the outside to come through turn 14. We are going at it through 15 and 16 then. Lewis AGL versus Alpha Pino. This race has suddenly got spicy and someone got the entire way round the outside. Lewis AGL will turn 17. Round the outside, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Lewis AGL round the outside of turn 17. What have you just done, Lewis? Down towards turn 1. Then it's a drag race down towards the line. Alfa Pino. He's the inside line, late braking then. He's going to go very deep into the turn though, and Lewis is going to have him. But it's going to be inside line towards turn 2. He's going to come back. There's going to be a bit of contact there. Lewis tried to fire around the outside, but Alfa Pino, brilliant, smart driving, where he's going to hold on to it, and I need a drink.
Oh yeah, me too, man. This is some wild racing. Alfa Pino is an excellent defender of the spot, so this is just some clinical defense and late braking here for our current leader. But he does have a half-second penalty here, so we have to wonder what's going on.
Oh no, oh no.
There he goes, he's going to get
what a move around the outside, Lewis AGL. We've not had a dogfight like this since, when?
This I'm starting to get a little bit as the owner here for night shift here. So I'll leave the call that battle over to you and check out some of the other positions here.
Go away, Julie. You're fired, remember, you're fired. You brought up 10th. Down towards the Banky Boy, though. Here we go, then. Lap 27. 27th time into the Banky Boy. Brilliant defending there by Alfa Pino. Moving across the line legally. Holds his line. 5 tenths of a second. Oh, 5 tenths of a second, then, is the penalty he's got. But 1/10 is the gap. Lewis, then, as they come through turn 12 and 13. Not towards turn 14. This is where Lewis had a bit of a move last time. He's got the inside line. He's got the run. He's going to do it in the Porsche. Is he going to try and send it? He finds the gap. He sticks very close to the back. Alfa Pino going to turn as much as he can round the outside. He's going to try and go through turn 15. Lewis AGL, this is where he did it last time. Through turn 16, he got a very good run. Took it into the position. He's going to go round the outside of turn 17 again. Let's find out. Down we go then. Through turn 17, he's going to hold on. He's going to tuck into the slipstream this time. He's going to look for the move in towards turn 1. Let's find out then. Going to be tucked right to the slipstream, moving all across to the tarmac then. Here's Alfa Pino down in towards turn 1. Alfa Pino covers the inside line. Lewis is just going to tuck nice into the back of it. Tyres, fuel equal. Cars different. Drivers different. Ireland versus the UK. This is a battle we've seen before. Lewis AGL all over the back.
A very interesting battle happening down here in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Cam West is a 2-second gap for K-Vac in 4th, and he's also got about a 2-second gap back to 5th in Elusive Bridge. We might start seeing some fuel and tire wear affecting that race
down
there,
the inside.
So let's keep one eye out on there. See what
4
happens.
minutes. Oh, sorry, just under 5 minutes to go. 4.5 minutes. Oh, that's Alfa Pino doing a bit of drifting.
Whoop.
Tyres screeching. He's still got to get rid of that penalty as well. But the Mazda Sprint Cup Series champion, Lewis AGL, in his first Endurance Series race, leads after a technicality. But if your internet's not going to hold up, it's not going to win. But in that Braun-inspired...
There's a little bit of contact as we come into the entry of the hairpin there.
Benefited Lewis a bit there, though, as he brings out a half-second gap.
0.2 seconds. If he can just get those 10s off, he can go back and be aggressive here in the last 4 minutes.
Can someone in the points, preferably Cam West, so Junie cries lag out? So I want the battle between Alfa Pino and Lewis, but Cam West is nowhere near. Can you lag out, please, Cam, so Schrager can be in the points, please? Please.
Alright, so Cam West 1.3 seconds ahead of K-Vac. K-Vac 1.3 seconds ahead of Elusive Fridge. That's going to be a hell of a battle coming into the finish here.
1 second is the gap now as Lewis is starting to put his foot down as Alfa Pino is starting to get rid of some of his penalty. The championship leader. What's going to happen? Cam, please do that.
Now, should the penalty not clear for Alfa Pino, he'll still have that second place secured, as he's 10 seconds ahead of Cam.
Now disqualify him.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
I'll disqualify him because I have the power to do that, because I can do what I want. I own it. I'm kidding, Junie. I'm not that mean.
We've got a rule book, damn it.
I don't care about your sodding rule book. Right, where in the rule book does it say Ninan can't swear? That's not a rule, but we're making it a rule.
All right, let's see what some of these other battles are here.
I will wish for people to drop out.
It's still 1 through 5 here in terms of the entry as we approach lap 30.
Nothing, don't worry. I picked Cam because it's Junie's team and Cam's. Fun fact: me and Cam grew up in the same city.
Really?
Yes, we are both from the same city, which I'm not going to say on stream. We're from the same area of the UK, but now Cam lives in a different country, but he should be coming back soon, so that will be fun. We say no to Ninan. Ninan say, I can't say that. At the end of the stream, I will slip it out. But I'm not saying that now, because I'm being a good boy. I've not sworn yet, have I, Junie? Being a good boy.
Alright, so that gap between Lewis and Pino has increased. It's now 2.5 seconds. If he can hold on, the last lap will be the lap 1 be remaining.
This is last lap. Last lap, Kimmy, last lap, all or nothing. What does Alf Pino have in the bag other than a gun?
Oh, we got a battle here for 3rd place. This is a podium spot. Cam West and Tava.
Cam West versus Kavik. Kavik is going to be a brown recovery driver. Remember, Kavik got a penalty as well. I'm Oh.
Whoa!
Cam West is red lighting it.
He's also looking for a piece of that action as we approach.
Cam West is red lighting it down in towards turn 4. Cam West is going to have to be careful of his fuel. So if his fuel runs out here, that's him done.
Yeah, we saw a very similar thing happen around 3.
I said half of a swear word, and I don't live in Manchester.
It was Cam West and Joseph S. Ford. While the other Halex cars duking it out there for that podium spot. Cam managed to hold on and fuel there, but we'll see if that same risk pays out here. 3rd, 4th, 5th, all within tenths of a second of each other here as we approach the axis. Oh, Cam's off!
Cam's off, but it holds on nicely. Cavik's coming through. Fridge also onto the back from Fridge, chasing his first ever GTL podium. Remember, his first ever debut at Brand Hatch in Division 2. He came very close to it. As they run down towards the bank board, it's a very good line there by Elusive Fridge. Gonna have to top back into slipstream though. The wide line, something hold on. Final lap of the race, then Peach Norrell gets out of the way quite nicely down towards the bank board though. Cam West under pressure. There's a bit of contact as Cavik's gonna go deep. That could help him. Fridge gonna hold on though. And Cam West is off! Cam West is off! Cam West is off!
No!
And Cam West is going to fall down to 5th now. And Fridge is going to go through. And Cavik's trying to get a second of a podium with GTL. He's finally got into the red light. But Fridge, this isn't over yet. If Fridge can hold his way up, there's 1 sector to go. But before we do it, Lewis AGL round the final turn. He will win on his GTEL Endurance debut. What a drive by Lewis. Alpha Pino, he will follow through. But this isn't what we want to see. Kavik. Is Kavik going to be able to hold on? I think Kavik will. 1 more turn to go. Alpha Pino is going to secure second and increase the lead at the top of the standings.
On 4th place, this is going to be his position to lose here. Lose the Fridge coming in. That gap, payback, picks up.
Kavik, what a recovery drive from last to 3rd. Well done, Kavik. Round of applause.
And that is going to shake up the. That's going to shake up the team standing battle. Something furious. That last lap here. Nice stud by everybody up there in the top 5. Here comes Mimi Huber crossing the line, 7th place. EX4 Gaming coming around the final corner here. He'll be our last finisher. He finished 8th place. 30 laps of beautiful racing in the Grand Prix circuit. And our winner is Lewis AGL, the independent driver.
Lewis AGL, the Mazda Sprint Cup champion. An unexpected winner. 6 positions, he started 7th.
And that is as perfect a hot seat race as you would want if you're Lewis AGL. Everything went his way, off-kilter strategy, doesn't get much better than that.
Lewis AGL, the Mazda Sprint Cup Series champion in his first ever endurance race here. What a win. Alpha Pino in 2nd. Kavik, what a recovery drive from 3rd. Elusive Fridge, he was in 8th and all of a sudden he was in 4th and secures 4th. Cam West, he falls down the order into 5th. That's really going to do something to the standings. Joseph.
Yeah, we're really gonna have a great driver of the day poll here for this one. You could say 1 of 3 drivers at least.
Well, I must say, congratulations to Lewis. Thank you, Junie, for joining me. Join me tomorrow, 7 PM British Summer Time, for round 4 of the GTEL Division 2 Championship here at Maggiore. It's going to be as good as it was today. Get us to 100 subs. Please share out the stream. We've got a surprise in store for you. I've been Inan. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.